make people look silly. Like he was so good. You're unlucky that you haven't seen good Rashford because he's something else.
He's just not ready to deal with that sort of fans.
Nah, bro, trust me, they can do the kangaroo emote.
I would know.
Have you seen it?
I'm like, he's still out. I get another picture at like 3:30 of him in bed. I'm like, bruh.
Whoa, welcome to the Random Conversations podcast.
Bit of a switch up.
Yeah. No, I don't know why I did
yawning
that.
at the very start of that. Fuck no.
No. What's going on, guys? It's me. I'm not Simon Minter, but...
No, you don't have that aura, mate.
Nah, I don't have his aura. So yeah, a lot of things have been taking place lately. Some things that we'll be covering today will be the Olympic breakdancing epic fail by Australia. I don't know what they were thinking.
I don't know why breakdancing is in the Olympics.
Yeah, that's a good. It's not really a athletic thing, but we'll get to that later. We're also going to be talking about Manchester United versus Manchester City in the dinner plate bullshit shit.
Dinner plate.
Then we'll also talk about my crazy weekend that just started off so great, but as you can tell, alcohol brings everything down back to reality. So that's that. And Hernie will talk about his chill weekend.
Yeah, because I've got nothing else going for me right now. So
it's alright.
Yeah, we did promise one thing in the other video. The mics, but
I sold it.
Butch was meant to get these SD cards, right? They had too much gigabytes on them, right?
Yep.
So these are 128. What's the highest ones that we can get? Like 32?
32s, yeah.
Yeah. So we got too big of a gigabytes SD cards.
Yep.
And Butch, since he was in Melbourne, he was meant to get them, but he forgot.
So I guess that's a good segue into what happened in Melbourne.
So next week though.
Next week
we should get them if we don't forget about them again.
I'll order them on Amazon. They should be here in like 3 days, 4 days. Should be fine. I hope.
So why did you forget them? What happened, Butch?
So I had the day off on Friday, and that felt like it was good, and then I make my way to Melbourne and I'm like, everyone goes on about the mango and how crazy it is.
What, the mango?
The mango.
Is that where you went?
Yeah.
Weren't we meant to go there for your birthday, but we went to Levels instead?
I think so.
Yeah. Was it good though?
Oh, it was unreal, mate. Like, I can't believe, some of the things that go on in there, it's just...
Some stuff you can't talk about?
Yeah, man.
What type of music is it? Like EDM, white girl, techno?
It's white girl music.
So I would like that club then.
You would really like that club.
Fair enough.
It is but it's a Friday night club. Saturday I don't think it hits because everyone goes to Levels. So.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, see, this is what I mean. I've sort of got like a good sort of map of which clubs I like. I think Levels is the one that you go to if you've got a big group of people. Mm-hmm. If you're going with if you're going with like one other mate, you probably want to go to Billboards because you'll meet more people.
Okay.
And it's sort of like more social. If it's Friday night and you want a mixture of both, that's where you go, the Mango.
What about a Wednesday night in autumn that is about 26 degrees? You're wearing a black t-shirt and I don't know, let's say some white pants. Where you going?
Okay, if that's the case, then I'm going to Revolver, the Revs club. Even though we went.
Do you have a club in mind for that?
I think Revolver's the one that's open 24/7.
Okay.
So, I'm sure there'd be weirdos that would go out on a Wednesday night and then go to work on a Thursday. I actually reckon there would.
Would you go to a club that had a theme to it?
So, like, I had to dress up.
Yeah.
I would. If that, like, I know that there's a club called the SP. I'm not quite rich enough to go there apparently. So, you have to wear a proper suit, and I've got suits, tailored suits, but
I feel like, you know that blue suit you got? I feel like you need that more tailored.
No,
Or
I
do you
think
reckon it's just a style of it?
no, it's the style of it. Because I reckon if I had like, it's not. I think the reason why I went with that is because I haven't fully developed yet, and when I get more developed, it'll look better.
But
sort
I
of
think
thing.
that if I get a suit tailored, I kind of want to be more, I don't know, I guess slimmed.
You want to be a slimmer sort
Slim
of. Yeah.
suit. I don't really like bulky, you know?
It depends on
Or
sort
straight.
of look. I have a black
I
suit.
want to look curvy. I was about to say something. I don't think I can say that. That's on the internet. Yeah, I spent too much time with my two friends, Jake and Noah. I was about to say something sus.
Yo, nah. So, I know that club's pretty cool, but I don't have the bank account for that, so can't.
Hey,
I will soon though.
soon.
But I'm not.
Give me that money.
I think that's like a one. Like that'll be like a 21st birthday type shit.
Ooh, okay, that's fair enough.
Like all the lads have to all be ready for a 21st. It'll be everyone's 21st in one night. So, and I also came to a conclusion that probably when I turn 23, that'll be the day that I stop drinking alcohol.
23?
Altogether. And I don't know why 23, but it's sort of like a number that makes sense. Like, because, you know...
You want to focus more on your career and stuff?
Yeah. And, well, probably by then, either where... It really does depend where we are. Depends if we're, like, mad...
Depends if this works out or not.
Yeah, because if we're mad famous, I probably won't even need a drink. Like, it'd be so easy. It probably wouldn't have time, to be honest, like, to go out all the time, and unless that was our content. But I don't think I'm really an elf boy like that. And also, like,
who knows what could happen though? Content can change as you get more famous.
That's it. But imagine people who would just live stream inside of clubs. Like,
I don't think you can. Privacy.
Yeah, that's what.
Privacy.
And also the loud music too.
Oh, copyright, yeah, NDA and stuff like that.
And the audio would be shit too. Like,
Or you're a Twitch streamer.
Yeah.
And you're a famous one, right?
Yeah.
You buy a place for a nightclub, only plays copyright-free music, and you have to sign.
No, we'll be famous enough to be able to get all the songs approved.
True. So, but if you don't want to go through that hassle, copyright-free music only for a DJ. Every time you go in the club, you have to sign something saying that you can use your face on the video.
That's an idea. Be like,
that's something Tyson Knight would do just for a one-off.
That would be kind of cool. You know, you'd call it 24 hours in a club.
I ran a club for 24 hours as a Twitch streamer.
Yeah, except we wouldn't stream though. It'd be like a Mr. Beast video, honestly.
I mean, you could do it as a Twitch streamer, just stream for 24 hours in it. Then you can make that into a video.
Yeah. I reckon that'd be fun-ish. You'd have to be famous though.
Would you want to be the DJ on it, or would you want to be a bartender, or would you want to be in the pits?
I'd want to be like, sort of like a club promoter who just walk around and get the pit, like, bring a cameraman with me and just
So those Love Islanders.
Yeah, shit like that. I'd sort of want to get everyone around it, type shit.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, there's a thing with me, right? And just recently,
There's a lot of things with you.
Just recently, right? I've stumbled on something that's changed my life forever, and I've already gone over this. But Playboy hoodie Butch, I'm unstoppable. It brings
too powerful. Collecting them like the Infinity Stones.
I would buy every single one. Like, for some reason, everything in my life has gotten better ever since I bought a Playboy hoodie. It gets better and better. I know. It's crazy to say that, but
Doesn't make sense.
I don't know. It's like a placebo effect, I reckon.
Then again, I felt like a new man when I got my eyebrows waxed, so I can understand that.
So it's a massive placebo effect, and I know people will be like, you know, you're just overreacting. I probably am, but I don't know. I thought it was something, you know, influential in my life, and I don't know. I guess
Just want to embody the Playboy.
yeah, but I guess I did. It was a crazy night. Got way too fucked up. for me, skinny boy. I couldn't.
You barely even bought any drinks yourself either.
I know everyone bought me drinks. I don't know. Like, what can I say, man? What can I say?
You can't reject a free drink.
I couldn't. Nah.
It's a free drink.
People just kept coming. Have this one, mate. Have this one.
But something surely would have been spiked.
But then if I got spiked, I would have been. But then again, there is parts I can't remember. But at the same time, I was not fucked up enough to be spiked.
I think you were just drunk.
Yeah, just too drunk. I spiked myself by just drinking too much alcohol.
Is alcohol considered? What?
It's poison, so
Yeah.
probably
Poisoning your own body.
yeah. It's like it's self-sabotage, really. You're sacrificing the next day to enjoy this day more. Unless you if you're me, for example, I don't know,
Some just built different with Playboy hoodies.
Some other people, they don't get hangovers and shit. I think 30% of the world don't get hangovers.
Does Hoffy get hangovers?
I think so.
Okay, you'd think a guy that drinks that much.
I think so.
I don't even know if I can bring that up on the pod.
But yeah, I think that's definitely something that happens. But yeah, how was your contrast of the night?
You know, I had a pretty chill night. I went out with two people that never really go out. So it was a bit of a change of scenery. So more of a chill night, sit around, talk and type shit. Yeah, we took a table and we sat on that table forever. So no one could take that table. It was our table. But we're in the smoking area and all three of us hate the smell of cigarettes.
Oh, fuck, I hate it.
But then these people behind us kept getting ever so closely, like more close to us with cigarettes. And then Ricky's just like dying. So,
It is a gross smell. It is fucking terrible.
And then Charlie went off, you know, went to say hello to his girlfriend, get a drink and stuff. I was on the table with Ricky. These two girls come over.
Oh.
Nothing happened, by the way.
Ah.
I fucking didn't even look at them, but they came over and goes, oh, can we just sit here for a quick second? Ricky's like, yeah, sure, whatever. Pulled out a cigarette, started basically smoking in Ricky's direction. And Ricky hates the smell so much.
And he's like, nah, fuck this.
He goes, I feel like I'm being targeted. But, no, we stayed strong. We kept that table. And they walked away and whatever after they had the cigarette. And then they came back with I don't know if the guy was like gay or not. But like, all three of them squeezed into the seat. So I'm being squished. And this guy's like the guy's sitting next to me going like, you know, whatever, had a cigarette that's pointing towards me. And he's getting like this close to me. I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, bro, if this guy touches me with a fucking cigarette, I'm swinging. Fuck, it was annoying. And then we decided, you know what, we'll go inside, we'll grab a drink. And we're like, it's not too loud inside, we'll be able to still talk to each other, right? Joe's like, yeah, it'll be fine. Get inside, you can't hear a thing. Table's gone as well. So we're like, fuck.
And then you dipped?
We left at like 12, which... Quite early. Very early. Closeout was at 12. So the bouncer.
When do they close?
Well, they stopped letting people. I don't know. Did they stop letting people in at 12? The bouncer said something. I don't know.
Oh, they had a bouncer.
They're checking ID. So after 10 p.m, it was a $10 entry. Oh. So we got there about 9.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I think I was talking to Redsy. And at like 1:40, I was in bed. He sent me a picture of him at the club. Not club, at the pub. I'm like, you still out? I get another picture at like 3:30 of him in bed. I'm like, bruh. And then I wake up at like 10 and I get another picture from him like fully awake. I'm like, the fact that you're awake right now means you're a pro at this or something.
Redsy's a different guy. He's used to it. To be fair, he's fucking fat. No, I'm kidding. Oh, wait, I can't say that
to Redsy.
No, I can't say that.
Rip was out last night or something, wasn't he?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I got photos of him drinking, but he looked like
he was out with
like a formal thing.
He was out with footy mates, like.
He looked like he was wearing a suit.
I'll catch up with Rip eventually. You know, it's like He's a busy man. I know. We
He's
all
just
got.
too popular.
Yeah, he is.
He's too good looking.
Like, I always understood that this was going to be the way it was. Like, it was never going to be like this forever. So, you know, you take your opportunities while you have them. But no, I don't know.
Escape from the grasp of your hands.
No, I think we both had good experiences, bad ones too. I definitely both. I had the same thing with the smoking though. Like, I try and avoid going to smoking. Fucking, I hate going.
I
like,
hate the smell of cigarettes, and for some reason,
even
vapes
now.
are
Vapes
even
kill me
worse.
now. Like, I can't.
They smell too sweet to me.
I can't go. Like, when I go to the pub, I know that I'm gonna spend most of the time out in the fucking cold because they want to go have a vape. And I'm like, brother, I don't want to be out in the cold. I want to be inside, enjoying myself instead of. Yeah, if I want to talk to you guys, I'll just message you. It's all about me. If I'm gonna go somewhere, I'm gonna buy drinks. I want to enjoy myself, and I know that's like really selfish and shit, but nah, man, I gotta be like that now. I can't be that guy anymore.
That's fair.
It's just how it is. Simple. But
I mean,
hopefully I can sort of convince the lads to be inside more, but
yeah, you'll have to convince them to stop vaping.
it's an uphill battle.
I don't think you could ever convince them to stop vaping.
Probably not. So, fucking speaking of a party person, the Olympic fucking
Australian
breakdancer.
break. I barely saw
Imagine
it, but
her-
I've seen clips of it.
Imagine her at a club.
No,
Oh,
it's
nah.
real life.
Oh,
Bro,
you-
clubs would pay for her to be there.
Bro, you won't do the kangaroo emote.
Oh, no. I will
Have
not.
you seen it?
They didn't even send over a breakdancer. They sent a teacher.
Oh, no. Hang on.
I swear it was a teacher, wasn't it?
Professor.
It was
Some
a How did she even get in? Surely Australia was like, oh, fuck it, we'll send this person.
Oh, fuck.
There's no way. How did she get through? She's doing her ab routine, bro. I mean, to be fair, I couldn't do half of those.
No, I couldn't do this, to be fair. But at
Is
the
it-
same time, I've never wanted.
breakdancing?
What the fuck is she swimming? Oh,
It's like the
Oh.
thing of like your friends ask you, you got 4 years to train. What Olympic event are you choosing to be the least embarrassed?
no! Look at this.
Oh,
That is. Oh, that's disgusting. I'm sorry.
that's bad for our country.
Imagine being on the world stage like that, and
How-
you're going, and then I just saw her do a scissor kick sideways, like.
What is she thinking right now, though?
I hope she doesn't do anything major because I reckon she'd be getting a lot of hate, and I don't like the fact that she'd be getting hate. She shouldn't be getting hate. She should learn from this and be like,
I don't know if she went there like to make a joke of herself or she was actually trying.
if she was actually trying, then I'm sorry.
Stick to being a professor.
I bet you're a wonderful professor, and you know, don't let this define you. But at the same
It will
time,
define you.
just try to just stay away from that
Oh,
because that.
I mean, you gotta have some fun stuff happen in the Olympics, though.
And what is she wearing too? Like,
I see Australian breakdancing uniform.
they don't help her. I reckon the uniform makes it worse because she's wearing a hat that's got the sun protector, the back of it, and
What? She
she's.
would have had to go.
Have you seen what the French breakdancing guy? He was cool as fuck. He had like
I think Australia just didn't take breakdancing seriously. I think they went there to
Make
a
fun of
joke
it, yeah.
attention. I think that's why they chose her. But I don't think she was doing it to be serious. I think she did that just to basically mock it.
if she was being serious though, that's fuck.
There's no way in
No.
hell she's being serious.
That's like the French guy. He was cool as fuck. Like he had like proper breakdancing.
Imagine being
clothes.
a French guy.
Yeah, and like that's his actual profession. Like he's a proper breakdancer.
And there's a person just mocking you, basically, in the world stage, right in front of you. It's like me going to play tennis against the best tennis player, just not doing it right.
That's what I mean. Like, the Olympics for me, I would not go to the Olympics unless I was sure I had a chance. Like, I wouldn't even go to just... If it was running or something, I wouldn't give a fuck. Like, that's running. But if it was something where it was like...
Like skateboarding.
Yeah, like something
what
where...
about shooting?
Ooh. I mean,
I'll be happy if I just hit the target.
That's the thing, though. They got... no, I wouldn't go to the shooting, because...
The Turkish guy?
Yeah, he's too good. But I don't know. I think I kind of want the Olympics to be over so much. I don't know.
Although there's a new sport that they added in. What is it? Kayaking? Canoeing?
Kayaking.
It's not the rowing.
No, what is it?
It's just a single person. It's like a race. And they drop them in.
I don't know. Is that new? I thought that's been around for ages.
I think it's new.
What? I thought that's white rafting or some shit.
It might be around... There was something new with like canoeing or something. I don't know if I'm talking about the right one, but...
Oh, that's cool. I like watching that. I saw that once, like, while I was in a waiting room, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Okay. But, I don't know. It's just... The Olympics are kind of cool. I want to watch the women's volleyball, but I didn't watch it.
So... I guess some of the highlights have been... Highlights have been the Australian basketball team got knocked out by Serbia. Unlucky.
That's a highlight?
Well, like, I mean, it was a really good thing to watch. I love Olympic basketball.
Okay.
But...
what do you reckon about the American basketball team, though?
They win it?
I don't know, but I hope they don't.
They will, though. They always do.
I don't like the American basketball team.
Then... The break dancing thing was a highlight because it was just shit. Then there was someone, that pole vaulter. You seen the pole vaulter?
Is that the guy that knocked it with his like?
No, like
penis?
No, he's like, so he's the best pole vaulter by like a million miles. Like, and what he does is he already knows he's gonna win gold, so he'll just try and beat his record every time. So he raises it by 1 meter, 1 centimeter, something. So he makes $100,000 every time he raises that meter. He's done that for about the past few Olympics or something. He's done it for a few Olympics, and he's be making good money from that. Just breaking that. He's real. Like, pole vaulting is. I can't believe people had the balls to do that shit.
Because the Olympics don't pay you unless you break a record, right?
The only way you get paid is by medals.
And then every country is different.
So I think America cheap as fuck.
Same with Australia.
Cheap. If you're from a smaller country, you might get really lucky. I'm sure that this guy was from Sweden. I think he'd probably probably cheap.
It's just weird because you spend your whole life developing this one skill and craft. And you go to the Olympics, which is the world stage, and you win gold. So then you are literally the best in the world at that sport.
Yep.
And you get paid nothing. You get paid jack shit.
It depends. Because it also might help with sponsorships later on. Like, if you're really popular.
Realistically, why is it up to the sponsors? Why shouldn't the Olympics? Because imagine how much revenue the Olympics brings in. Where the fuck
the Olympics has been doing pretty bad. Like, I think France will probably come in the red. The only profitable Olympics I think ever has been 2000 in Los Angeles. No, that was Sydney. I don't know whenever they did Los Angeles, might have been 2004 or something. Right. That was the only profitable Olympics.
I'm actually scared of the next stuff because you got the World Cup happening in America. And then, like 2 years after, the fucking Olympics are happening in America as well.
Yeah, no, I love the fact that they're both...
But then you see, like, what happened at the Copa America.
Yeah, but...
America's just not ready to deal with that sort of fans.
No, bro, trust me, they can deal with it.
They're going to have to
American
football. They're going to have to update that security because the security and that was shocking during the Copa America.
They'll upgrade it. Look,
better. Otherwise, it's gonna be a riot.
the thing that's gonna suck about, I was so like, oh shit, should I go to the World Cup in 2026? But then I'm not even gonna be 21. I won't even be able to have fun. So
When is it again? 2026.
Yeah.
2024 now.
Yeah,
You're
I'm still 18.
Yeah, but you're turning 19.
But the World Cup's way like it's at the end of the season. So like it's around when the Euros is. So
true.
I'll still be 20 years old.
Damn. You'll be 21 by the time it ends, probably.
Yeah, probably. Which sucks.
When is the next World Cup after America? Because it's like America and Mexico in the next World Cup. Definitely not Australia anytime soon.
I don't know. I think they haven't picked it yet. But
I swear it's been picked out.
I don't actually. I think it's somewhere. It might be Saudi Arabia.
Probably, yeah. They're the rich country.
So yeah, that's sort of our stake on that. What else? That other topic we had. I said it literally at the start of the fucking thing.
We have bad memories. Not bad memories. Yeah, we got bad memories.
Yeah, we do. The fuck did I say? No.
Oh god.
No.
So there's the Olympics. What we both did on the weekend. Missing the SD cards. The Community Shield.
Yeah, Community Shield. That's it. Yeah.
I didn't watch the game.
Yeah, which is fair, honestly. You didn't miss much. But I will say United played better than City. I can say that very confidently. But also City didn't have De Bruyne. No, they had him, but he wasn't. They didn't have all the good players. They didn't have Rodri, Foden,
I thought City
Walker.
would have been selling De Bruyne by now.
Nah, they won't. They'll never sell De Bruyne. So that, look, I think it's just a friendly game. I don't see it.
It's a friendly game they can get a trophy for. That the only team that takes seriously is Arsenal.
It's not a trophy. Well, it is a trophy. It still counts as a trophy. It's just, I'd understand if people said, "Oh, it's not really that good." Like it is. It isn't. Like I don't honestly care that much about it. I remember when Johnny Evans skied it. I'm like, "Yeah, City are going to win this," and then they finished it, and I'm like, "Oh, cool. Oh well." I just turn it off and then watch Goldbridge, and then Goldbridge was just like, "Yeah, that's there's good signs and bad signs, but the things that I'm more happy about is the fact that just before that game we signed 2 players, Dalit and Mazraoui, who really do shore up our defence. We just sold Wan-Bissaka, so Wan-Bissaka's gone to West Ham.
Okay, how much did we get for him?
15 million. But we're going to have to give Wan-Bissaka 7 million of that. Because I wouldn't say he's greedy, but I don't know. The club has been run so bad that we just have to just deal with the fact that it's going to be bad before it gets better. So that's one of the things. I don't know.
Do you reckon we'll get any other players before the window closes?
It really depends on who we sell. If we sell Scott, we sell Maguire, because Maguire is fucked. He's not going to get anywhere near the team. Like, he's not good enough. Lindelof's probably going to go.
Your thoughts on Casemiro?
Casemiro can't leave. His wages are too high.
So we're stuck with that. It's going to be another Varane thing where he leaves on a free.
He's going to retire before he even contract ends.
Wait, when does the contract end? Because it was a long contract one. It was like 5 years.
5 years. So he could be here till he's like 36 or something.
Oh fuck no! What were we thinking, giving him that long of a contract?
Well, that's what I mean. That's why we're in such a shit position. But at the same time, Ineos have been making better choices than what. Because I think, you got to give Ineos time, and I think, they're doing the right thing. They stuck with Ten Hag. That was so important. Like, I think we would have been fucked. Because who would we have gotten? Potter, and like that's all there is. Like no. So, am I happy with this situation? I really want to know.
Well, we're definitely not winning any league titles anytime soon.
No, we're not winning
But I
the league.
believe we can get top 5, top 4.
I think we'll finish 5th because, I don't know, I think Spurs are going to be insane. They just signed Solanke from...
Spurs got a good manager as well.
Nah, I think Spurs are going to be really underrated. They're going to be good. I think Arsenal are probably the favourites to win the league.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Man City is always as good, so they'll be there, I guess.
Yeah, Man City will be there.
Aston Villa, though.
Liverpool, they got a new manager. I think they'll struggle.
I feel like they'll go down and they'll probably come back up in a year or 2. Chelsea's got a new manager as well, so who knows how that will go. Probably shit. I hope it goes shit.
I'm thinking I should make a main channel video. Premier League predictions.
That'll be a pretty good video.
Yeah. I don't know, I gotta think.
Chelsea's, to be fair to Chelsea, they've done some good signings in the window though.
Not really though, none of them are that good. Like, they got rid of Conor Gallagher.
Yeah,
The
I know.
best...
I don't know why they got rid
that
of
was
Conor
just...
Gallagher.
I think
Tim's happy about that though.
I think Pedro Neto is a really good player. I think he is probably going to be a good signing for Chelsea. I think they signed
someone.
They signed
recently.
8. They have 8 goalkeepers.
Huh?
Yeah, they have 8 goalkeepers.
Why do they have 8 goalkeepers? That's why you only need like 3.
They have 8 goalkeepers. About, I don't know, God knows how many centre backs they got, and they're also trying to get rid of Trevor Chalobah, their best centre back, because he's the only one who's worth something. And they're literally kicking him out the club. They're saying, you're not allowed to come onto the training ground. You have to train with the under-21s. And I'm just like,
What?
how are you gonna treat someone who's come through your academy like that? That's just ridiculous.
And then, I don't know, I don't like how they sold Gallagher off. Because it was like, he gave his all to the club. Like, he gave his heart to it.
They'll
It
regret.
wasn't like he was a bad player.
Oh no, he was probably one of the better players. Like, they'll really regret, because yes, they have Caicedo and Enzo, but they don't work together. That's the thing. I honestly think they're so... If they could honestly get rid of all the shit that they've signed, but they can't get rid of them because of how long their deals are. That's the thing they're stuck with now. So they're being forced to sell players like Conor Gallagher and Trevor Chalobah. They also... Mason Mount wanted to leave only because Chelsea told him to leave as well. So So United got stuff there. I will give them that. They did a shit one on us. But I think...
I believe Mount will come through this season. He just had a bad season last season.
I don't know where he fits in though. We have
thing.
Bruno. We have...
Realistically, Mount would be a good player if we didn't have Bruno, but
We have Bruno.
We're gonna have Bruno for a while.
Bruno never gets injured.
I don't see him leaving anytime soon, this season or next.
No.
I feel like it's more likely for us to sell Mount before Bruno retires.
Probably. I don't know why we
But
have...
then because you've got Bruno, then you've got Mainu, who's already really good in that midfield.
And he's not a defensive midfielder. He's not taking Mainu's position. He's not taking Bruno's. So So the only way he gets... And he's not taking any of the wingers' positions. I'm not having that shit where he's playing on the right wing again. Not having that.
And he's not taking the striker because you got Hoyland
And Xerxes.
You got Sancho back in the squad. He doesn't really
I want to get...
he doesn't
It's
really
the same
fit
with
in.
Sancho though. Where the fuck does Sancho fit in
Yeah,
that team?
it's like...
Because we now have Ahmed Diallo, who's him and Garnacho should be starting for United now. Rashford, he's my favourite player because when I started watching United, he was that guy. But he doesn't give a fuck. Like,
This is the same problem that England had with their team. They had too many good players to play them all.
Well, the problem with England is they played so conservative. Like, it was funny, as I remember when they were like Gareth Southgate's the type of guy to wear a rubber floaty in a bathtub. Can never be too safe. He's the type of guy to put the phone on 99%, put on low power mode. I don't know. I think, honestly, but I think both United and Chelsea are so fucked. I think they're fucked for both their own reasons. I think United's got way more upside than what Chelsea do. Because Chelsea, they're going to come to a point where they can't sell anyone because they're on huge wages and
too long of a contract.
And
then if they do sell someone, probably backfire on them as well because they would have to pay more.
Because there's no doubt they're probably going to sign someone like, I don't know, probably they could probably sign Osherman. They should sign Osherman, and then that could maybe help them. They've got good players, but they have too many players, and when you have too many players, it's hard to compete. Like, you see this with Man City. I know they're really good and they have a great squad, but there's players that get pushed out.
And they're good players as well.
Calvin Phillips was a really good player before he went to Man City. Jack Grealish was a really good player before he went to Man City. And it's not Man City's fault that these players went to shit. It's just the fact there's too many. Like,
with the excess players that we have, because different teams...
We don't have enough players, though.
I know, but like with the different teams do different formations, right? Could you technically, depending on the team you're versing, you could come up with a new strat with different players in mind? More variation, give other players rest instead of overworking them?
Well, that's why you have these big squads, because there's so many... We don't have enough players. Like, last season was awful. We didn't have a left back for like pretty much all of the season. We had one fit centre back at some points, and that was Johnny Evans, who was 37 years old. And I love Johnny Evans. I thought he did really well, but it's not fair. Casemiro and Johnny Evans at centre back. That's a weak squad. We also only had like no midfield options at some points, like Mason Mount injured, Eriksen injured, Bruno was out for some of the time, McTominay was injured. We only had one striker because Martial was injured the whole fucking season. And then when Højlund would get injured, so we had no striker, then we had to play Rashford at striker.
We already have injuries right now, which is annoying.
Oh, I can't even...
Who's injured right now? Højlund's injured.
Lenny Yoro's injured. Lindelof's injured. Luke Shaw's injured.
Oh, fuck's sake.
And, I mean, Luke Shaw and Tyrell Malacia, they're just made of glass.
Malacia's injured, isn't he?
But I don't think... Malacia's one's a bit sad, because they didn't do this... They fucked up his surgery, and that put him back a lot. But he's coming back. He's coming back in...
There has to be something wrong with our medical team. Surely.
Well, I think it's a few different reasons. Yeah, the medical teams suck. So we fired them. We got new ones now. Our training ground is falling apart. So we're renovating that now, so the pitches should be a bit... Because a lot of these injuries have been coming in training.
Do you reckon they're training too hard?
Well, Ten Hag does train them hard, but at the same time, I don't think that's a good enough excuse, because...
I mean, sometimes you train too hard and you don't have enough time to recover. Your muscles are weaker and they can tend to
But that just shows how lazy some of these players can be, though. Like, I mean... Because a lot of them... If you have people in the fan base saying, they don't train, they should train less. They only train twice a week.
It's not that. It's just that... I don't know. Like, say you're coming back, like, it makes sense if you're coming back from an injury. You obviously want them to train a little bit less, but they still need to heal.
Yeah.
Like, is that the problem? Maybe when they come back from injury, they're still training at the intensity like they would if they're fully fit and healthy.
I think that could be...
And therefore, their injuries don't have time to actually heal properly, and they're more brittle.
It could be a reason. I think Licher, for example, a lot of his injuries came in matches, and they were unlucky. Like the one against Arsenal, I remember seeing it. He got a yellow card. He decked someone. He just went straight through him. and then he's just laying on the ground, 2 legs, and he's like, my knee, and he's off. And then when he came back, when he returned against, who was it against? It was someone at Old Trafford. Someone goes straight through his knee, they lands on it wrong, he's out for another 3 months. And, that's just unlucky, but I think at times there would be players that would not want to play. I think Rashford was doing that. I think
Rashford surely had some sort of personal stuff going on.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. I miss the Rashford that just would run at the fucking ground and he would just dribble past people. He would literally make people look silly. Like he was so good. You're unlucky that you haven't seen good Rashford because he's something else.
You reckon he'll come good this season?
He's got to. If he doesn't, he's gone.
I know Anthony had a quote. I can't remember the quote, but he said that last season was shit, but he's gonna be good this season or something.
I hope he does redeem himself because I have seen a lot. Like he was really good at Ajax, but I just
was that just because Ajax had a different league.
Look, some people flop. He was never worth 80 million. We know this, but it's not 10.
We bought him for like 90 something mil.
No, it's 80 million. Oh. People go off by euros, but 80 million pounds. All right, I don't like people who say 100 million. It was 80 million. Okay, I know, it's still too much. But yeah, it obviously way too much money for Anthony. But if he can, obviously he'll never be worth that. But if he can somehow get good, we'll take it. But Sancho as well, he was never worth that much. Like, it's stupid.
He played good at Dortmund, so hopefully he can bring that.
I can name 10 players that were just overpaid. Maguire. Fucking
good centre back, but overpaid.
He's a good centre back for anyone other than United, but
he did pretty good last season.
Like he did good, but he doesn't help the way we play. That's the thing. We haven't been able to. He's too fucking slow, and there's just so many. Like Alexis Sanchez, he played 12 games and we paid like a fucking. It's like it was ridiculous. What else we bought? We even paid too much for Casemiro. 60 million. We paid 60 million for Casemiro for a 30. Like there's so many things I can say about United, but it would take too long. But I will always support the club, no matter what. It's like they're the team that I started following and I won't stop following. And I do think we are on the rise because this is different to see. I would never think that we would have sold a player like Wan-Bissaka. I thought he would just sit on the bench and he would rot. But he actually was able to get out. There's good signs. Like we got rid of Greenwood too. I think the Glazers would have just brought him back in and he would have got his way and then he would have let his contract expire. But
yeah, true.
There's a lot of things.
What's your thoughts about Scott McTominay? Because I keep seeing people all online be like, he's the best player in our club because just of his goal contributions last season.
Oh.
But you can't just call someone a good player purely by goal contributions.
People need to stop. They need to shut up.
Like people are like, why do United fans want Scott McTominay out? He's clearly the best player. Because he's got them the most points for goal contributions. I'm just like, okay. I mean, it's like, you can't just say someone's a good player. It's purely by how many goals they've scored.
That hurts my fucking head. It actually does, because I thank Scott McTominay for winning us those games. You won us that game against Brentford, no doubt. You helped us win against Villa. You helped us win against... You got us a lot of points. I'll give you that, Scott. But my main issue with Scott McTominay is the fact he's not a bad player, but he doesn't fit the way that we want to play. He's so different to Mainu. He's so different to Casemiro even when he was really good. He doesn't do anything he doesn't do anything other than score goals. And, you know, that's all well and good if he's at West Ham or Fulham, which he's probably going to go to Fulham soon.
I mean, he's not a starting player, that's for sure.
He is for a club like Fulham, but
but
not for United.
No, he's more of a player you bring on in the last 20 minutes or something.
But we don't need that. We want to have good enough team that we can win it and not have to rely on someone to come on and save us. That's the club that United should be, because I don't think City do it. I don't think Arsenal have those players.
No.
They just have players that can win you the game.
The City and Arsenal had a lot of time to build up. You just got to give United time to build up as well.
We cannot build if we've got a fucking massive crack in the foundation. Like, you can't do anything with any of these players. You can't do anything if you're still playing Lindelof and Maguire at fucking Anfield on a big game, because you know I'm still pissed that we don't have Varane, because Varane was probably the best centre back that we had, you know, and I miss him so much already, and I guarantee you the club that he went to, he's not on those expensive wages. I guarantee you he's on like 70, 80 grand per week when he was at 300, and it just shows. Like, oh, yes, they were trying to save money, but why wouldn't you give him 150,000 just to... Because I know we got Lenny Yoro now, and he'll be good in the long term, but Varane's a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
You don't even understand how good Litcher and Varane were back in 2022. What was it? 2022, 2023 season. They were like the glue that held everything together. It was Luke Shaw, Litcher, Varane, and Wan-Bissaka. That was our best team at the time, because I know Delo got injured, so we started to really win the games after that.
I mean, the thing is, like, people tend to say, "Oh, these people are good back then," but players' skills change over time.
Varane in the FA Cup final, he played 90 minutes.
He was good in the FA Cup final.
He was good against Liverpool. The only thing, the guy's head, he's got concussion. That's the only reason why we got rid of him, because he's concussed, and he's probably got one more season left before he retires. So that's the only thing. I wish I could keep Varane, and Varane obviously didn't want to leave, but we couldn't afford his wages, probably. But you know, I'm going to miss that sort of player, but hopefully Lenny Yoro stands up to the challenge. We got Delit, so I do feel pretty solid with those. And I just don't want to be the days. I'm fine with having Johnny Evans, because at least Johnny Evans, he's cheap. But Maguire and Lindelof,
too expensive.
They got to go. They're not good enough. They're good enough for a club like Fulham, West Ham.
How many weeks do we have left for this transfer? Well, 1 or 2, right?
Until the end of August.
Oh, okay, yeah. But the season starts soon, doesn't it?
Season starts Saturday morning.
We're versing Fulham.
We're the first game of the season.
First game of the season because we're the best team.
If we win the game, I can put we're winning the league, and then we'll never be up at the top again. But
if we lose, then it's going to be a long ride for the season.
I remember one season where we beat Leeds 5-1, and everyone thought, "Fuck, we're going to win the league." Like we look really, and then I don't know. We had a really good start to that season. Signed Ronaldo as well. And then it just went to shit, man. It just it buckled. It fell apart. And, you know, I kind of laugh the fact of, I don't know where United would be if we didn't have Bruno, because I think we would have been in a dumpster if we didn't have Bruno during COVID, because he really just put us on his back and just, I don't know. but that's something I got to talk. No, I know no one's going to listen to this part of the podcast. It's fine. But you know, that's why I did put the chapters in, but
Yeah, I will take responsibility for that. It's a bit my fault. I didn't think it would do that though. It's so stupid that it did that.
yeah. Oh well.
I think when you do chapters, just
I've got to have a separate document.
like after you're done, just copy and paste them to like a separate document just in case. I guess.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Just yeah. I mean, you can obviously skip over it. It's fine. I'll put a little bracket to say skip if you don't care.
Yeah, but
yeah. I mean,
probably better if we talk about this like I don't know, soccer, football stuff near the end, because then people just be like, oh no, that's all that's left in it. Click off.
Exactly. You always put the good stuff, the juicy bits at the front. All right, real topic.
Oh,
would you rather a gold chain or a gold necklace?
What?
What? Just
a gold chain or a gold necklace?
Sorry,
Yeah,
I meant.
I was like, in the same
Oh shit! Sorry.
I was like, what?
Shit! No, I meant gold watch, gold chain.
I'd rather. Ooh.
Oh, that's bad.
I don't think a gold watch would look good on me. You know, I think
Really?
more of a silver.
Silver, okay. Sort of. I think for me personally.
So I guess I'd have to go gold chain, but it would be like one of those just like really, really small gold chains.
Fair enough.
But I don't think gold's my colour. I think it's more or less silver.
I want to get a blue watch.
Like with the blue face?
Blue diamonds and shit.
Oh.
They look cool, but...
They look pretty good.
Nah, shit. What do you think... I'm sure you would have seen this. What do you think of ADIN Ross meeting President Trump?
Fuck.
And I already know that you probably know what I have a thought on this. What's your thought?
ADIN Ross should not be allowed to do this stuff anymore.
Yeah.
Like, why have you put a potential US president in with ADIN Ross when it's just going to make him look bad?
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's so weird, ADIN Ross, because he's a bit of an idiot. Like, I don't think he's.
You would be an ADIN Ross if you.
No, I would not be an ADIN Ross, because ADIN Ross is stupid with money. Like, I see some of the things he buys. He has too much money for his age. Like,
failing for success.
Like I remember he just gave like $2 million away to a random rapper.
Yeah, it's weird that he pays people to come on his stream.
I know.
Like, I guess is that the does Kai pay for people?
Probably not. I don't reckon he would have paid for Kevin. I reckon he would have just wanted to come on.
I think that's the difference between ADIN and Kai. ADIN has to pay. Kai doesn't. Although I think Kai does pay for some people.
Well, Speed is probably... He doesn't need people.
Speed's universal, mate.
The people need Speed. And I'm glad someone like Speed came along.
It's crazy how he's our age.
I know. He's probably like... He's a young KSI.
I think
he has so many similarities.
Speed is one of the people that deserves the success he's gotten.
Well, yeah, because I don't look at some of the stuff Speed does and I think, like, he's obviously done some really stupid things, like showing his meat and jumping over the car. Jumping over the cars was cool, but if it would have went wrong, that would have been...
You know what? I found that really weird why he got banned for that.
Yeah.
Because Logan Paul did a video like that, exact same thing, and he did not get banned for it.
You say YouTube's
racist. No, it's obviously the change in terms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, like YouTube trying to be more friendly and more marketing friendly, I guess. Which is like they changed their terms and services a lot, so obviously it would have been changed. But yeah, that's what I found weird about it. It's like Logan Paul did the exact same thing, no consequences.
It gives me the shits,
But
bro.
then also, I would argue Speed's done more dangerous stuff and not been.
Well,
banned
Speed's
for
done
it.
some dumb shit, like a lot of dumb shit. But it's not stuff that I don't think he intended to do on purpose. But Aiden Ross, everything he's done has just been absolutely...
I hate all the kick streamers.
I don't know.
Aiden Ross, what's the fucking other guy called?
XQC.
Huh?
XQC.
No, XQC is actually funny, but he's a Twitch streamer mostly.
Oh, so he's not on Kick anymore.
Oh, I think Kick still pays him to... I think XQC only goes on Kick to stream gambling.
Oh, yeah.
Any other time he goes on Twitch. What's the other guy called? The really skinny guy. He might be Indian.
Neon.
I fucking hate Neon.
Well,
anytime I see Neon, I physically want to punch him.
Well, you know the reason why Aiden Ross and Neon know each other? 2K. NBA 2K. So, back COVID days, there was a guy called Tyceno. He's a New Zealand YouTuber, NBA 2K content creator. So, I remember Neon versus Tyceno wager. They used to put up money and shit.
Yeah.
And I remember when Neon lost, he said something absolutely vulgar or something about Tyceno. Yeah, I think that's did I say that Tyceno? Yeah.
I don't know, you're telling the
yeah,
story, bro.
Yeah, so he said...
I'm not in the whole UK scene.
Well, it's not really a UK scene, but...
Oh, 2K.
2K, yeah. In that moment, I was just like, yeah, this guy should not ever be famous. He's so ungrateful. He's bullshit, pretty much. And when Andrew Tate met Neon, it was actually a good sort of reference to see where, you know, he is as a person. And it was just cringe. I was just like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I don't know why people watch Neon, why people watch Aiden Ross, why people watch Jack Daugherty, whatever his fucking name is, Jack Donut. Why do people give these people an audience?
Well, this is the thing. We may be shooting ourselves in the foot right now, but I don't care because I don't want to be associated with Aiden Ross. I don't want to be associated with fucking...
I don't want to be like them.
No. Like, if I'm going to actually have an opportunity to make it somewhere, I don't want to waste it like these people do. I want to actually do good for the world.
But do you reckon they're in an endless cycle if they have to be like that to stay relevant and make more money?
I think so. They're lost their soul. Because I can tell you right now, Speed, he can be whoever the fuck he wants. People would still watch him.
The speech is him.
But Aiden Ross, he doesn't act sus. He doesn't bring on famous people. No one cares about him. He's not actually funny.
No.
And Neon just screams in a microphone and hopes people laugh at it.
Neon reeks of insecurity.
Legit. And, you know, and it's about... I know this is crazy coming from us. We're not even at 50 subs yet. We're at 49. But...
Come on, let's go.
One more. So whoever gets that, they can say that I've been here since 50 subs. But...
Yeah.
I just really hope that someone tries to fix these people, because if they could be doing a lot better for the world. I know Aiden Ross probably gives money to charity, whatever, but he also sort of contributes to a lot of bad things too. He's not a pure guy like.
Yeah, that's why I like the UK YouTube scene a lot.
Well, yeah, the UK YouTube scene's different because it's really... if you're not involved with the Sidemen, then you're not really involved in the UK scene. They've actually sort of got a monopoly over it now. That, like, they're all different niches inside of one big content creator sphere, really. You got the Sidemen, who the Beta Squad are the sons of the Sidemen. They work well with each other, bang, bang. Then you got the Sidemen's friends, who aren't really the Sidemen.
The troops.
then you got the people that do anything to be in a Sidemen video, like Danny Aaron's, Angry Jin, but they're funny. Like, they're actually funny.
I mean, I do believe, maybe not Danny Aaron's, but Angry Jins could definitely hold his own without the Sidemen.
Oh, he has held his own. Like, he is a genuinely funny guy. I love Jin.
Same with, like, I guess, I don't know. You got, like, people like Will and E. You don't really see him in much side. Like, he's associated with them.
Will and E is associated, and people wouldn't know who he was realistically if it wasn't for Sidemen. I'm going to say that now.
He's not really in
he
videos
was
anymore.
though.
He was though.
It's how you start. It's not
That's
how
the same with Chris MD as well.
Exactly. Chris MD doesn't really associate with the
then
Sidemen.
you got newer ones coming up like George Clark, Arthur Hill, Arthur TV, Italian Batch. All them.
That's the thing.
They're associated with friends of Sidemen, but they grew a following and then they've been in Sidemen videos.
But they will. That's what I mean. But it all comes back to the Sidemen.
Yeah, true.
And I love the Sidemen. I think they do really good stuff. And I genuinely think they are good people. They do, like, I reckon they do good things for the
That's
world.
why I like the UK scene. It just seems like a lot less drama and more humbling. Humble.
It's. I know you may, but I know for me, I gotta be in the American scene just because.
I feel like you lose your soul if you go to America.
I could never lose my soul. I could never lose who I am. I would never. I've only really just realised that I couldn't ever change, to be honest. Because if I went to America and I started, I don't know, what do these guys do? They spend, I don't know, 200,000 on a G-Wagon, and then they crash it and they blame it on someone else. You know, if I there's just shit like that. If you give someone too much money while they're not responsible, like, I don't think I would be, if you gave me $1 million right now, I guarantee you, give me a month and it will be gone. I won't have that money anymore.
What are you doing with that money?
But it'd be the same, you would lose it some way or another.
I would.
You say this, but once you get the money, you lose it.
I would try to reinvest some of it into, like, property.
You say that now, but then it comes to shit.
Obviously, I would spoil myself, but majority of it would go into property. $1 million is a lot of money.
Not really. Not in the grand scheme of things. You'll see $1 million one day, and you'll be like, "That's not really that much money."
Yeah, I guess so, but
I know where you're coming from. You say you'll reinvest it, but then everything goes to shit. People take advantage of you. The money goes. It does. I'm telling you. Like, if you give me or you $1 million, shit, the chances of us keeping that $1 million and making more money off that $1 million, I reckon is slim.
But the thing is, I don't have any desire to buy any expensive thing right now.
But once you get the money, that
Even
changes.
if I had money, I don't think I would.
You say that. It changes you. It would. Like, you look at everyone, for example, they just change once they get money.
Like, people say, I want to buy a car. I mean, I'm fine with my car right now. It's a good car. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to get it. I probably wouldn't move out either.
Oh, really? You wouldn't move out? More, you know. I genuinely think I just don't think either of us would be responsible enough to have $1 million at this current moment in time.
I mean, I would probably buy some small stupid thing, but not anything that would be like expensive.
Yeah, but it's not just everything that comes with it. It's how people treat you after you get that $1 million. You would be surprised of how people would treat you. It changes. I think it changes people for the worse. So, like, I don't know how to explain it. You don't understand it. It's not really something. Yes, you may keep the $1 million, but you won't in the long term. I don't know how to explain it. It's really hard. Sorry, I don't. It's one of those things. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure if I got $1 million, I wouldn't tell anyone I had $1 million.
That's a good start. Then you have a good chance of keeping it.
Because how is that going to... I'm not just going to go up to someone and be like, look at my bank account. I'm massively rich. Honestly, if I had $1 million, I would put at least 500k towards property.
You don't have the borrowing power. You don't have the credit score. You have to just buy the land.
Anyway.
Like, that's what I mean. You can't do anything until you've really developed everything else first.
I think the only really expensive thing I'll spend on it is probably going to the UK or Japan or something. I don't know. I got like no desire to buy anything expensive. Maybe I'll buy one watch and that's about it.
Imagine Hernie with a watch though. That'd be funny. Just like a cool one. Can you imagine having an iced out Rolex? It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Nah. I don't really like the watches that have too many gems in it.
Fair enough.
I want like the sleek kind of design ones.
Yeah, I get it. No, maybe I might be wrong by like what I said, but I genuinely think I wouldn't be responsible. I wouldn't use that money correctly. And I know...
What would you buy if you had $1 million?
Well, that's the thing. I would say, I'd go and buy real estate, and I'd
But
buy...
would you actually, or would you want to go... Would you be like, I want a nice car?
Nah, because I would probably buy real estate, then use the real estate to leverage myself to get a car on a lease or something.
So, bruh.
What?
So why when I say that, you're like, no, you won't. But then you would be arguably a little bit more irresponsible with money. Be like, no, I'll do real estate.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You think you're going to do it, but you don't do it. I think in my head, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. But most people don't know the people. Because $1 million, that gets you a house in Melbourne, right?
Yeah, but then...
About barely, though. Barely.
But then, after that million's gone, you still got to pay money in
capital. You got to pay capital gains tax.
Which you're not going to have the money to do that, so why bother spending that mil on it, though?
So you got to pay capital gains, you got to pay income, and then it's like, it's fucked. It's pretty fucked. I don't know. I think it would be a massive burden right now. Unless I literally just said, this money, I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna go spend it on a night out. I'm gonna be like James Harden and spend $1 million in a nightclub.
How can you physically spend $1 million in a nightclub?
Might have been a strip club actually. It's still really dumb.
How? There's some expensive strippers.
He better have gotten like. That better be a yearly subscription every single day or some shit for $1 million.
James Harden, more like James Hardening.
James Hard on.
Hard on. Yeah, there we go.
Nah, I don't know.
And quote of the end of the podcast.
It's real deep. It's real deep, that shit. And I get it if...
Oh, Jesus.
And I'd honestly, if you did get $1 million, you know, I know you wouldn't be a complete idiot, but you don't know with people. Yeah. It's a hard thing. It's really something that you can't even grasp until it's there. You know, and I'm probably going to be broke my whole entire life. More than likely.
Will you be happy though, Butch?
Probably not. Probably not. You know. Nah, I'll find a way to be happy. But people say life isn't about being happy. So.
People have different outlooks in life, mate.
That's it. But, you know, if being happy is the only objective, then there's not really much point. Because if you're always happy, then you never got to the point where you're struggling and you're like...
Some people are alright with that, though.
That's what I mean. I couldn't understand that. I like when you're really against the ropes, like in a figurative sense, you're not actually getting beaten up. It's when you really lock in, and it's where people sink or swim. Would you say if someone, you know, put a massive, like a lot of stress on you, like say you had this come up, this come up, this come up, this come up, would you sink or would you swim? I reckon you would swim.
It just depends on what it is, really.
So say a family member dies, you get a massive debt put on you, you lose a friend at the same time, your cat runs away, and I don't know, the economy gets even worse. What are you doing?
There's really nothing you can do. You just got to move on with it, really.
So you're going to swim or you're going to sink?
Well, if I sink, it gets worse.
Exactly. So
in that scenario, you can't do anything but go forward.
But some people, they just sink. They give up. I don't get it.
What do you do? What are you doing? If you sink, you're putting yourself more in debt.
But that's the thing. They don't care anymore. They lost everything. That's why they go homeless, and they live it could all end overnight. Really, it's like crazy. So it's why am I so philosophical? It's fucking annoying me.
The philosophical podcast.
No, I need to talk about brain rot cringe again. Oh.
You're losing the night out, Butch. It awakens your third eye.
I think it's actually just done something. It's, I feel like my brain was lagging, and now it's like actually picking up again.
You're crashing out.
I don't know. Yeah, like realistically though, take all this with a bit of grain of salt. I'm sure none of us will ever have that situation happen to us. Hopefully, touch wood, but you don't know what could happen. So, do I always want to be happy? No, I don't.
No, you want to be uncomfortable.
If I really want to get anywhere with this, we're not going to be happy for a while. We're going to hate ourselves for a while. We're going to hate each other. We're going to hate the bane of our existence. But
we already do.
We're going to still make YouTube videos. We're going to still entertain the people, the masses.
Are we still doing a Panda Buy Christmas edition?
Nah, Panda Buy got banned by China.
Are we what?
Yeah, they got banned.
For what?
I don't know, but I think they found a warehouse or some shit.
It was Panda Buy banned and not Temu.
Yeah, I don't know about Temu.
Are we still meant to be doing one of those type of videos, sir? Or did we cross someone off?
We'll see. See where the boat lands.
Yeah, we have video ideas, but I forgot which one we're doing.
Yeah.
Dude, I need to buy some stuff for it then.
Yeah, we got to figure it out. But this has probably gone for fucking ages. What time is it?
I got meal prep and shit.
Fucking hell, it's 5 o'clock.
Bruh, alright, you better end this shit off.
Fucking hell. Oh, bro, we might have to cut out like the last half an hour of it.
Oh well. Here's what it is.
If
It's a long ass podcast.
Or if it's long enough, it could be a two-parter.
Could be.
And we just release one part and then the other later on.
If it's 2 hours, then I'll do it. But if it's like only an hour and a half, I'll release it as one.
Okay. So, thank you. No, I'm not doing that.
You fucking porky pig.
Nah.
That's all, folks.
That's all, folks. No. Thank you guys for watching this absolute chaos dumpster fire bin chicken type shit.
We'll be back with the brain rot next week.
Yeah, my brain just decided to just not be normal for once. It kicked into gear, and so I
would argue your brain decided to be normal for once.
Shush. No. I don't know. There's part of me that wants to just keep talking, but there's also part of me that's like, I don't want to put you guys through that.
Wrap it up. I got a meal prep. We got to do TikToks.
Yeah.
I bought a mini fridge today.
Oh, really?
For my meal prep.
No, that's cool.
And my eggs.
Oh, can I grab your dumbbells? Oh, no, you're getting your car, aren't you?
Yeah, you just come back with me if you want.
Okay.
I was meant to bring them.
Cool, because, yeah, I think if I just start small and then gain up, like, get the sort of...
The base level, then start going
to gym.
Yeah.
Because I think if I put, like, I know people would be like, oh, why don't you just go straight in the deep end? But I'm like, let me let me get small marginal gains
Marginal
in
gains.
EOS. I that's my favourite saying at the moment. Everything in my life I've been trying to make small improvements. So
you got to end this podcast. So you
all
just started talking about another topic.
Okay. All right, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. All right. Thank you guys for watching the Random Conversations. The Random Convos podcast because you changed the name. So
Well, there's always been the Random Combos.
okay, so thank you for watching the Random Convos podcast. Make sure to rate us 5 stars if you're listening on Spotify. If you're on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. I guess we can have a look at the relationship advice forms if you guys have been putting stuff.
I don't think there's anything in them.
If there's nothing in them, that's
I
fine.
might just chat GPT some scenarios. Fake it till you make it. Let's go.
Yeah. So there will be a pre-recorded podcast soon for the wisdom teeth where I have a week off.
Oh, that would be a good idea.
What?
In the Google Forms, if you want us to talk about any conspiracy theories,
put
them in, and then we can look at them and decide if we want to talk about them.
You only have 3 days because this comes out on a Thursday.
Yeah, so we'll do the normal one on a Saturday and then the pre-recorded one on Sunday.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Au revoir.